Welcome students to another week for an exciting lesson. I am Mrs. Mullings and I will be your family and consumer management teacher for today. Now for today's lesson, we will be looking at floral arrangement. Now we're going to first go through the objectives for today. Now the objectives for today are: 1, we're going to define the term floral arrangement. We're going to explain at least one use of floral arrangement. We're also going to identify tools and materials used in floral arrangement. We're going to explain and examine the use of principles of design in floral arrangement. We're going to examine floral arrangement shapes, and finally we're going to collect some recyclable materials suitable for making flowers and floral arrangements. Now let's get into it. Let's do a quick recap from last class. Now last week we discussed the environment and me. Now who remembered that lesson? There we go. Now let's look at the environmental problems caused by improper waste disposal. We also looked at the importance of recycling to the environment, and finally we classified and sorted our recyclable materials. Now for today's lesson, we're going to learn about floral arrangement. Who is ready for that lesson? Who remembered the assignment from last week? Now students, if you went on that treasure hunt around the house, that is good. I want to know the items that you collected. Now I went on a treasure hunt and I collected a few items. Now if you collected a bottle like I did, you can use that bottle to create a vase or a pencil case. If you collected papers, you can use that to create paper flowers. If you collected straws, you can use that to create stems for your flowers. And if you collected plastic spoons, you can create a frame from that. Now I am so proud of you. Now let's get into the lesson for today. Now students, I hope in collecting all those materials you washed your hands, and I hope you did not collect any sharp object. Now our focus questions for today are: 1, how can I convert waste materials into treasure? 2, how do I use waste materials to create a decorative item for the home? Think about it. For today's lesson, we're going to use our bottle we collected to create a vase. Now the steps will be posted on the screen. Now students, the tools needed are a cylindrical plastic bottle, you need a pair of scissors, you need stones or marbles, and a ruler. Now let's get into it. Now the first step, you're going to mark and cut the smooth middle portion of the bottle. Now students, I went ahead and I did the marking and I'm now going to cut. And we're going right around. There you have it. Now students, the next thing that we're going to do, we're going to measure and make straight, evenly spaced cuts all the way around the bottle, right down to the rim or the edge of the bottle. So this is where we're going to stop with our cuts. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start cutting, and we're going right down. There we have it. Now students, Now the next step that you're going to do, you're going to carefully press and fold all the strips outward to make a level edge all around. So I'm doing that now, so we're going outward. There we go. And we're going right around. Now for the final step, we're going to press the bottle upside down on a flat surface to ensure an even edge. Now students, the last thing that we're going to do is to fill our vase with some stones or marbles. So this is exactly what we're doing. So on a flat surface, we are pressing our now new vase. Now students, this is what your vase should look like, and we're going to just get our pebbles or our marbles and we're going to fold the inside. There you have it, students. Now look at this beautiful vase we made from our recyclable bottle. Now that we created our vase, what would you use to complete your vase? Think about it. Did someone say flowers? You are correct. So you can use paper flowers to complete your vase. Now next class, we're going to make our paper flowers to complete our vase. Now students, where would you put this vase? I heard a table. There we go. You are very correct. Now before we create our flowers, we have to learn about floral arrangements. Now that's what we're going to get into. Now the first thing that we need to know about floral arrangements is what is it? What is floral arrangements? A floral arrangement is an organization of design and color towards creating an ambience using flowers, foliage, and other floral accessories. Now what we need to know is the use of principles of design in floral arrangement. Number one, we have balance. Now to prevent arrangement from toppling over or fall, you need to have balance for your floral arrangement. Number two is proportion. Now this is the size in proportion to the container. Now you don't want a small container and big flowers. No, you don't. So we have to think about proportion. Number three, we need emphasis, and that is a focal point. So if you have 10 red flowers and 1 yellow flower, you're going to put the yellow flower in the middle as the focal point. There you have your emphasis. Now the next principles of design that we're going to talk about is contrast and colors. Now guess what? You need variety that provides interest to persons who are going to walk inside of the room to look at your beautiful vase on your table. Now the final principle of design that we're going to look at is the shape. Now we have a whole host of shape, but we're going to narrow in on 3. So you have triangle, circle, or mass, right? Now those complete the principles of design in floral arrangement. Now let us talk about our floral arrangement shapes. So 1, if you have a flower arrangement, it can come in many shapes, including triangle, arc, crescent, and circle or mass. The appropriate shape for an arrangement is often determined by the occasion. So if you're going to have a birthday dinner, you'll have a different arrangement from if you're going to have a birthday party. Do you understand? There we go. Now guess what? That's it for today, students. And for next week's lesson, we're going to come prepared to create our paper flowers for our beautiful vase that we created today. Until then, goodbye!